Again, you're now praying to the gods to resurrect a god that you'll then control. When your power comes from the gods, how do you have the ability to do anything with them? Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Ray.
Hello everybody.
And we are back with episode 11 of regular Lodoss War. Quite a disappointing last episode in a number of respects.
To say the least.
Well, I mean,
to say the least.
Here's the thing. Maybe that's planned. Maybe, just maybe, this is a planned failure.
So you think like the last couple episodes will make up for what we feel? At least for what I feel from the last episode?
No.
No? Okay.
Do I think that? No. But
but it can happen.
Can I bullshit my way into make you think it is? Possibly. Maybe they know that their last few episodes aren't going to be that good. And the plan is that we make the episode right before them suck hard. So that by comparison, we're going to go into a dip, and then we're going to go right back up to where we were. But compared to that dip, everything's going to be good.
Well, I still love the anime because I have nostalgia feelings with it, you know? As an adult, because I feel that you made me look at this now as an adult. Before I watched it as a kid. So I loved it. Now I watch it as an adult, now I'm pissed off.
Well, that's the thing, right? Nobody can take away what you felt before.
Yeah, I still
even
love
though it seems like a real trying.
I still love it.
Well, I guess I've got no real connection to it because I've never seen it before. I've heard about it plenty, and I've read about the tabletop game in the past. But
yeah, and the thing is, when I saw it, I was really deep into D&D at the time in my youth. You know, it was like D&D was still new to me, and I was in it maybe a year or two. So having this anime, and it was like, wow, I know what an orc is. I know what that wizard is. I know what a dark elf is. The dragon. That's a cool dragon, you know. And at the time, there weren't really many dragons being portrayed. Unless you saw the movie, that Sean Connery movie. I think it's called Dragonheart. I think it's called. Or
I was trying to get there too. I was like Dragon Rider. I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, I think it was Dragonheart. I'm almost sure it's Dragonheart.
Yeah, where Sean Connery voices the dragon.
Last dragon. He's voicing the dragon. Like other than that, there weren't really many dragons that were being portrayed in movies or shows. You know, so this one here was showing the dragons that are very similar to the art style in the D&D books. So I was eating it up.
Earthsea. Sorry, Earthsea was the one I was trying to think of.
Oh yeah, I wasn't into at the time. I wasn't into Earthsea, but I knew about Earthsea. But this was like, you know, and then at the same time, at that time, I was into Dragonland. So wow, more dragons, you know, I was all about it. So I still have my love for this. This will still be my guilty pleasure, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah. So I guess there wasn't a lot to talk about when it comes to last episode because we didn't go over it a bunch at the very end. So I guess really let's just hop on in and see how they improve.
Let's see what happens. Maybe they'll improve.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, you're right. That is a spear.
It's a sword, and then that's like a.
I think you only invited us to watch one more episode, so you'd remember to do this.
You pull that point out. I'm not that calculated, but
also, who'd have guessed? I only have to remember to do that 2 more times. So yeah, we know Wang Chung wants to bring back Cardus.
Wang Chung.
That's my joke is I'm gonna keep changing his name because I can't remember what it is.
For a second, like, who the hell is Wang Chung?
Well, you know, keep saying Wang Nong and everything like that. It's not that far. But yeah,
call him that guy. Call him that guy.
Well, he could be the wizard, the sorcerer, or anything. Beld's advisor. But the idea that he wants to bring back Cardus And we had the idea that there might be a god in the scepter. Although that doesn't seem to be very implied by the scenes that we got already.
But we did see that the dragon could not attack him because of the scepter.
Well, I mean, the dragon blew fire at him multiple times, so it's not that restrained. At worst, it tried to bite at him, and it couldn't get too close. It certainly not giving him control of the dragon, as it seemed to imply.
I'm thinking about in Babylon 5, we were calling Kasha's counterpart Dwayne. We might have to call this guy something other than that Wang Chu. Whatever you just said, that was the perfect name for him.
I mean, hopefully he'll die this episode.
Let's see.
Well, we got 2 episodes left after this.
We can't standing if he does.
Well, he'll die this episode, and then we deal with Carla next episode, and then we have a wrap-up episode. This
The narrow victory?
This is Agrabah.
This is Cassio's kingdom? I think he was the Wandering King.
No, well, he is, but that's only because he reunited the empire, the kingdoms of the desert into one with the power of his sword, they said.
A little bit of fan service for everybody.
She's naked at the end of every episode. It's like, what more does anybody want? We're running out of time. We got to establish every relationship right now. Yeah, who else would have been? Parn is the only one with those brown-ass gloves.
Because that glove was Gim for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Gim crawling out of his rocky grave would be a thing.
It could have been an image. I'm just saying, what the hell, or illusion?
I guess Parn gave up on romancing Kashu. Shouldn't she be angry? Don't hurt the trees. Worms are people. You plucked a flower. This flower's now dying. You killed this. Oh, and she's jealous because of that one scene that happened that one time.
That one flower.
Well, no, that scene where they were talking in the encampment. And she's like, this in his face. And I was like... Because otherwise, she's fought with him and then was really close to his face the one time.
But not being in love. Why not be in love with this guy?
I legitimately do not know. They have a pre-existing relationship as... I don't know, maybe he's a brother figure.
I guess. That could be.
I don't think Ashram coming back is happening. Oh, because Ashram died with the sword. Now Naris is no longer being restrained.
There's no one to control it.
Cool, glad we wasted all 3 Dragon Slayers. Now that there's another dragon. Technically, there's 4 other dragons, but whatever.
Yeah, but they're not aware of it. We need 100 new lances here.
Well, thank God they're not made of a rare material and are very easy to make.
Yeah.
One then wonders why we only made 3. Legitimately, I keep writing off my stuff right before it becomes true. Not an injury on his body, by the way.
F you, narrator.
Yeah, as I said, if you don't see him die. Also, what happened to Puritess's body? Sorry, maybe this is the Babylon 5 thing. It's, what's his name? The first one.
使命バグナードの道具で終わりたいか何バグナードは花からお前に仕えるつもりなどないそのようなこととうに支配の王爵何のために使うと思う
Is this Cardis? Why? If the dragon didn't submit to it, why would the goddess submit to it? Is this going to be Tassius? Tassius isn't dead, and this is where he is? No. No, Woodchuck. Okay. I guess everybody but the right person. Marmo was a smaller island than Lodoss. How would that work?
Yeah.
I guess to be fair, we killed a lot of people on Lodoss. There's less people to go to Marmo.
Because it's out of control? So we want to control it? Put it back in control?
So is the implication that you fell in love with her, but then you just like dropped her thing? Fuck cares? I was having a real moment with my emotions there, but then I talked to Woodchuck.
支配の王爵、やはりマーモの手に落ちたのですね。
支配の王爵
支配の王爵をつかむ者、ロードスを制す
I mean, if that was true, then Marmo owns Lodoss
ア
already.
シュラムもベルドも死んで他に誰が
いやまだ何かがうごめいているのだマーモで何かが起ころうとしている
Wang Chung is so unknown to everybody. Nobody even knows that there was a third guy.
私はお断りよ。そんな雲をつかむような話。
That's what I'm saying. What?
But that's Nars. Also, our own legend says that Cardis is dead.
まさかマーモでカーディスが蘇るというのですかそれからでは遅いのだ
Also, I feel like Deed should hate fires, too.
She should hate fires.
Well, and they're burning wood, probably, right?
Wood, exactly, yeah.
Deed is just a barrel of contradictions.
これが支配の王爵かこれさえあればたとえカーディスというのもむやみに力は解放できんこれでロードスはバグナード様の思うまま
No, we didn't really point to animate that scene. We just needed to waste a minute. Again, you're now praying to the gods to resurrect a god that you'll then control. When your power comes from the gods, how do you have the ability to do anything with them? I 100% understood everything that was happening. I would have
about these two for a second.
I would have to lie if I wasn't just thinking everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
少しでも多くロードスのために。レイディア。本来なら一人で行かねばならないのに。
Where? Was it ever implied that these two were going somewhere? I remember there was the scene with Ness.
Yeah, but then they mentioned Way to go, did they?
I don't
Oh, what they're
remember.
doing?
Like I said, there was a scene with Ness where they were talking about stuff at the temple. But they were talking about the scepter back then, weren't they? God, I think I actually have forgotten something important.
司令
まさか
So he recognized you right off from that alone?
Did he? Legitimately, it was just
He
a
said it
dark
can't
lightning
be.
bolt. Yeah.
He said it can't be, so he knows something about it.
しばしのお別れだ
ライデンを甘く見ない
At this point, I don't know what if I'm just being flippant about stuff or if this is like legitimate critique anymore.
感覚薄いんだから
人事じゃないライデンだってロードスの一部だ
Well, Raiden had to leave. There was the more martial arts competition for Earthrealm.
それはあなたたち傭兵のことでしょそうだから今度の仕事は降りたの
To be fair, these people could go back to the main island that Lodoss broke off from.
Yeah, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's like peace. It's probably a paradise.
じゃあ
Shirts. They are saying shirts. Her name is Shiris.
And then they have to be a translation.
I guess. Shirts.
頼んだぞ陛下国境近くの警備に当たっていた各師団が間もなくこちらに集結しますうん
So he's sending these two to Marmo, and he's staying behind? Is that what he's doing?
Well, they said everybody has to go to Marmo, so I'm not
That's what
actually
I
sure.
thought. But he said our troops are at the border.
Oh, I just realized that Deedlit has two of those things around her neck that, what's her name had.
Oh, the clasp?
Yeah. Well, she wore it on her head, but Deedlit has two around her neck.
私を必要としている
I think maybe her parents are dead? That's like her parents' thing?
私というよりハイエルフとしての力ってことかな
Oh, you're
Marmo
using
being-
me. We're suddenly going into a, he loves me, you're using me storyline.
そして私誰が企んでいるのかわからないけれど私何が起ころうとしているのか分かっているのかもしれない
ディード
バーン
No, I guess I called that wrong.
It can't be.
Woodchuck? Nope. I'm just getting everything wrong.
見つけたぞハイエルフ空がおかしい
Damn, he came from Marmo that fast? He teleported that quick? Through lightning.
Yeah, well, I mean, lightning, right?
貴様何者だ
We're still trying to figure that out.
我が名はバウナー
I'm also a vampire, I guess.
神と呼ぶよう
Right, really?
なんだって
So was that the lightning thing before? That is, he is Cardis now?
The hell did he just throw the strings?
Yeah, I was saying, good job attacking with string.
剣で勝てる相手じゃない
破壊の炎
ウンディ水の精霊我が友よ私たち
Udine didn't even work against Carla. And now it's going to work against a god?
Nope, it's not. This is a distraction.
She literally threw a water balloon at a god.
That's what it was. It was a water balloon. Well, enough to distract him for a second.
Wow, this is Ultima level shit. That's what the Guardian does in like Ultimate 8.
遊びは終わりだ
Sphere of Annihilation. I always wanted to make one. As a character, Sphere of Annihilation with a Talisman of Annihilation to control it. Nope, that's not what it is. Parn would be dead if he jumped into a Sphere of Annihilation. Also, I guess solidifying that that's not Fawn's sword. I mean, it's the thing he basically says at the end of every episode. I'll protect the peace of Lodoss with my life.
So do you think that's foreshadowing from dying at some point?
Or his willingness to do so. So why did he teleport away, but he's slow rolling her back to Marmo?
Maybe she's resisting? But she looks, she's trying to fight it. Yeah, see?
I think she's like making sure he doesn't fall.
Like a... And she's leaving behind a trail?
No, I think like he's going through the collapsing tower and she's making sure he doesn't die. I thought until that went to the sword.
How powerful is she?
As powerful as the writers need her to be. Which is say, not at all, because again, she threw a water balloon at a god, so...
She did. She could do the storm, the wind that she brings up.
Yeah, the thing that she used against the dragon.
Yeah.
To be fair, she's done the Udine thing a number of times now. We came back. I don't know why he needed Deedlit.
She mentioned that they need a high, a high elf. So unless they're going to use it maybe as a sacrifice.
Why?
Don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't explain why they needed Deedlit.
Unless he's trying to resurrect it into flesh. Maybe that's a component, I guess. You know,
since the god's a woman, it needs a woman's body. But then why not any of the dark elves that they have on Marmo?
Maybe she's picky.
Does that imply that the dark elves don't have eternal life?
No, well, there you go.
I mean, they did say the eternal life thing of a high elf before, but I don't think it was implied in any way to be specifically Deedlit. Like, are they trying to tell us that Deedlit is the last high elf?
Well, it's the only high elf we've seen. If you use a dark elf, you might be starting a war against dark elves. Dark elves we don't want that happening. We don't want to using our people.
They're legitimately throwing their lives away for Wang Nan and whatever. I mean, Moss is the kingdom we haven't seen yet. Only got Wart to represent it.
But it has fallen, didn't it fall?
No. We haven't heard anything about Moss other than Wart is the great sage of Moss.
Excuse me. Oh, they're waiting for him?
無鉄砲なところは変わりませんね。
パーン、フィアンナ姫がこれを。
And now we've got Fawn's sword.
Now we got Fawn's sword, yep.
Well, to be fair, the only way it seems like Parn would have given up his father's sword is if it got broken.
We'll give him that.
I have.
So this is building up to be next next episode against Wen Chao, and then the last episode would be Carla.
Sorry, I must have heard you wrong because I anticipated you say the last episode will be disappointing.
No. There's a reason why I love this anime. There's gotta be something to it.
You're the only one who would remember.
Are they going to Marmo?
They gotta be heading to a port because Marmo was an island. Carla.
So I guess maybe he moved his army to the border. He said about the border and probably appear there.
This will be the labyrinth that we heard about so much before. Remember, a lot of these episodes have titles that aren't befitting of them. The Scepter of Domination didn't feature in the episode named The Scepter of Domination. So it's not beyond me that the final battle might be actually episode 13.
Yeah.
The thing that kind of bugs me is that why did we spend so much time fighting on Lodoss if we're just gonna go back to Marmo? Why couldn't the final confrontation have just been on Lodoss? You know, the thing seems to me with just like one correction that Beld and everybody was invading Lodoss because the hidden altar is actually on Lodoss, and then, you know, Wang Nan is gonna do the thing in Lodoss somewhere. That way, you know, have it be under Carla's ruins, right? The ruin of her country. And that's why that happened in the past too.
That would have, or even at the Nest, was her temple maybe underneath there, buried, something like that. And they have to go back here, somewhere hidden.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that we start in Marmo essentially with Beld and them planning the invasion, then invading, and then going back to Marmo.
To be fair, if they're supposed to be doing this based off their game, but even not this part. This part is not even part of the game anymore.
No, because the game wasn't finished. Like I said, I don't know. Who, my point is, who was the input? Was the GM saying this was my plan for the campaign, so animate this happening?
Yeah.
And then it happened differently, so that story happens differently. Like the GM was like, let's do this and this, and then the players are like at the thing hearing the story and like, well, that's dumb. Why didn't they do this? And it's like, oh yeah, that's better. Let's change that. The input we're giving here is the player input that was given at the table.
Well, and we are filling a lot of holes in this because they are omitting a lot of things here that don't make sense.
Well, we've been getting that since episode 1, where we just keep jumping over shit. Wart is now telling us stuff that Wart never told us on screen. We're sending a message to Moss. Why?
And why do we need the high elf? Now we're finding out.
No, actually, we started correction to something I said earlier. We have heard stuff about Moss. That's where that Prince Jester is from, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. We haven't seen this guy in a minute either.
Yeah, you know, the guy with flying dragons.
With the flying dragons. He would have came handy against the Shooting Star.
I don't know.
Not that we need any help with Shooting Star.
His dragons are like wyverns. They're like real small versions of things. Assumingly, if they've got dragons there, they must have like a brood dragon that gives birth to the other dragons that they use all over the place, and probably more than one. You know, you don't have one bull, you have a number of bulls and a number of cows.
Yeah.
So you don't just have one dragon.
Farm system.
Yeah, a lot of this show feels like a campaign setting that wasn't established very well. Things if you think about for a while, it's like, okay, where all these dragons come from? Oh, I've got a bunch of dragons. Well, I thought this place only had 5 dragons. Well, we don't count them as dragons. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and at the same time, this is also, I mean, if we're basing a lot of this off the game, it could be the fact that it's also early on AD&D stuff. You know what I mean? So maybe probably not the greatest GM or storyteller at the time. Just playing for fun. It just happened to record it, and we'll right out of this.
You saying that like just happened to record it, wrote everything down in a book, then novelized it and wrote it and put that out there.
I'm trying to give them excuses, man. And I'm fairly miserably, I know, at it. So
okay, here's my thing though. This isn't like the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't have a problem filling in holes in a narrative. It's just that it's more than filling in holes. There's just elements that don't make sense, and people are going to be in the comments, I'm sure. Oh, it's because you're making jokes, not paying attention. The normal thing that I get from the comments section.
We made 1 or 2 jokes, but
no, I was constantly. I was nonstop. I understand that, but from the element of, I think I maybe only missed a line or 2 of import, and even then, it just feels like we're jumping over shit, or plot points don't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. But it doesn't feel like Beld was invading so that Wangnan can get to Shooting Star's thing so that he could get the Scepter of Domination. It didn't feel like that was Beld's impetus towards what he was doing. Mm-hmm. So what was Wangnan's plan the entire time? To just steal a bunch of people and then go to... Was his plan...
Catch them out one by one?
Is it actually Wangnan that killed Beld? No, because Parn asks Carla why she did it. Because it would make sense then if Wangnan is the one that killed Beld to then instigate the operation to then get people to Shooting Star's place to then get the Scepter of Domination for his then plan to resurrect Cardis. But that doesn't seem to be the plan at all. Beld was invading for his own reason. Carla killed Beld for her own reason, which we still don't really understand. Oh,
unless
so
Cardis
Zorro didn't take over.
Unless Cardis was active all along from the get-go, and we just in the shadows, and we didn't realize it or didn't see it or didn't talk about it.
Well, that was an implication that I made early on when it seemed like our warlock guy here was trying to do that, and he's talking about Cardis, but then in opposition to that, we see shots of Nars. And I was like, oh, he's just confused or something, right? Because it seems like Nars is the one talking to him, and there's no implication there that Nars is Cardis. Like, Cardis is inside Nars or something. Because Nars is just asleep most of the time, and Beld commands Nars to go back to sleep, essentially.
Well, but when we see that freeze frame, when you see the 5 dragons together, he's in the center, so I'm wondering if that's an implication of anything.
I feel like that's an implication of you reaching for more.
I guess it could
more
be,
that's given.
for real.
Because, well, it's like, why is Shooting Star the one we spent like 2, I would say 3 episodes because of the backstory for Fawn and not sacrificing his daughter, and Tessie is sacrificing himself, essentially. Why we spent all that time with Shooting Star then, to have Shooting Star not be the main one? Like, at this point...
It was a lot of time with him.
At this point, even if we spent the next episodes with Nars, he'll still have less screen time than Shooting Star.
Yeah. He would. Well, there you have it, my friend.
All right.
We have 2 episodes left to see where they're going to take us to.
Yeah, that's all we can do. We're on the ride. Yep. Can't get off until we pull into the station.
Yeah, we're at the last loop.
All right. Well, that being said, then, once again, I've been Theta. This has been Ray. Check out our Knights, link down below in the description. And we will catch you next time.
We'll see you soon, guys.
Oh, bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?